Rosten makes his way to centre ring. He is a man on a mission tonight, and that mission is to knock out Scott Bannan. This fight has been brewing for 3 years. It's a grudge match of grudge matches between two superb men from Queensland, and Steve hailing from the Strikeforce Gym on the Gold Coast, and Scott Bannan, of course, from the Powerhouse Gym in Brisbane.
Pro super middleweight, trained by Ian Jacobs from Powerhouse Gym in Brisbane. Put your hands together for Scott Bannan. His opponent from the blue corner tonight, weighing in at 76 kilograms, 23 years of age. He's had 19 fights for only 7 losses. He's a pro fighter trained by Mark Pease from the Strikeforce Gym on the Gold Coast. Put your hands together for Steve Rosten. This is a pro fight over 5 by 3-minute rounds. Yep. Got a box on? Yep. Okay, I've spoke to you both outside. You know what I want. You understand what rule you fight on? No spinning back fists. Right, you know what illegal tactics not to do? Yep, I've spoken to you, so defend yourselves at all times. Keep your hands up. Good luck. Come out fighting.
We're about to get underway in our super middleweight contest, scheduled for 5 by 3-minute rounds between Scott Bannan and Steve Rosten. This is a grudge match. As I said earlier, it's been brewing for about 3 years. And this is something that the Queensland audience have been waiting a long time for. These two men finally getting it on. Scott Bannan in the blue trunks, Steve Rosten in the black trunks. Trading some leg kicks early on.
It's another 5 by 3-minute round about this one to be sure the fighters should start relatively slowly in the early rounds, at least round 1 and 2, and then step up the pace, barring any incidents, of course. They'll just be content to work in there on each other and just feel each other out and see what eventuates.
Steve had him tied up early. Chris Nicolau stepped in to break them up. Ooh, Scott, a nice right roundhouse kick to the head. Moves in with the left, followed by the right. Didn't quite connect.
Legs.
Tied up in the centre of the ring.
Work it, come on guys, work it in there. Stop, get back. Fight.
The leg kick checked there by Scott. Cracking those round kicks into the rib cage, fires the right hand into the blue corner. Ties up Steve Rosten.
Back. Fight. Good.
Not too much power behind those lefts and rights of Steve's at the moment. Moving in to tie up Scott. Plenty of grappling in it so far, Mark the Hammer.
It certainly has been. Scotty Bannan now training under the auspices of Ian Powerhouse Jacobs, who had that astounding win over Austin not too long ago. Has certainly been the big improver this year on the coast up here in Queensland, and Scotty Bannan certainly showing that his new training methods are certainly taking hold. I spoke to Ian Jacobs earlier, and he mentioned to me some of the new drills that he's running through with Scotty, and it's no wonder that the boy's improving. Steve Rosten, on the other hand, has been around for a while, and he's going to be filling this right out and just getting his grounding, finding the right technique and the right shots to throw that are going to be effective against Scotty Bannan.
Both men just measuring their shots at the moment.
Get a nice close. Make him miss.
Throwing some nice kicks to the outside thighs of one another. Scott ties him up against the ropes. End of the first round, a good even contest, super middleweights mark.
certainly is a good round, good even round, and as we've come to expect, a slow starting fight because they have to conserve their energy. 15 minutes of fighting is a long time. You can't go hell for leather from minute number 1. Here we see Scotty going upstairs, and Steve just standing back and giving him a little bit too much room, and then working the thigh. So it's the high-low principle. Take his attention away from his legs by peppering the head, and then coming down with the big leg kick once he's got his hands up.
All right, and that's what you're doing. All right, just keep moving around. Don't try and walk back. When you come to it, move into here a little bit. Put some pressure on him. When you pressure him that time, you back right off. This time you've got to start moving forward a bit. No inside and outside. You've got to go up here. You've got to use there. And you push. And you push. Feel comfortable? Use the Vaseline, guys.
Both fighters touch gloves as we commence round 2 between Scott Bannan out of the red corner and Steve Rosten out of the blue corner. Scott moving with that right hand, caught him with the left, ties him up for the knees. Starting to drill those knees in the second round. As we said, as per Thai fighting style, the rounds, the pace will progress as we go on.
Seen Scotty there fake the leg kick and then come over with the hands, and can be a very awesome technique when executed correctly. Take the opponent's focus downstairs, make him drop his hands just that fraction, and then bang, the right hand comes straight over the top.
Scott Bannan doing a bit of damage with those hands, backing Steve into the neutral corner, ties him up, trying to get those knees to the ribs.
Step back.
Chris Nicolau doing a good job of monitoring the fight. Ooh, Scott connected with a nice right hand. Steve ties him up.
Stop.
Crushing low kick again by Scott, followed by a front kick. Moves in with the right hand. There's a knee by Steve.
Stop. Fight.
Big right hand by Scott. Goes downstairs, tenderising that outside left thigh of Steve. Moves him with the uppercut. There wasn't enough mustard behind it.
Stop.
Turns him around, and referee Chris Nicolau says, no, no, no.
Time. Okay. Timer.
Time being called for a low kick there. Scotty Bannan just taking time out to get everything back into place. Signals now that he's okay, and we'll continue.
Scott not wasting any time, moving in for the grapple straight away in the centre of the ring. They waltz over to the blue corner, trading knee for knee. Those knees are deadly, they will hurt you. There will be some sore ribs tomorrow morning, that's for sure. Scott moves in with the big right hand. Didn't find the mark. Back Steve into the neutral corner.
Stop.
Steve just trying to find the target and pick his mark with those knees. Fires out the front kick. A dummy attempt again by Scott Bannan, didn't find it. End of the second round, another even round, Mark Castanini.
Very even round. I feel that Scott was probably dictating his moves to Steve. He basically had him fighting his fight, and that was a fairly game effort there by Scott Bannan. See him going to work here with the hands, picking the shots and finishing with the knee. Great technique. He's putting it all together, hands and feet, and he's looking good at this stage. Steve Rosten came back a little bit at the end of that round. Here we see the fighters going knee for knee, no one giving an inch, and that's great. That makes for good even scores.
It is shaping up to be a good finish here in the last couple of rounds. Seconds out.
Steve Rosten wants to try and take control of this bout, starting here in round 3. Scott Bannan had a good deal of the work in the second round, opens it up with a nicely executed leg kick. There it is again, tenderising, pulverising that outside left thigh. Quick combination. Those kicks are product of the powerhouse Ian Jacobs training. And Scott moves in, and time to trade some knees, boys.
Good, good. That's it.
Well, it's a tangle of knees and fists over there in the blue corner. Nothing much eventuating from it. Nice front kick by Steve. Scott caught him there, straight left, found the mark. Checks the low kick. Doesn't look like he has a bad jab on him, Scott Bannan.
Certainly picking the gap well and just landing him in there. Also following up with the right hand quite tightly. Steve a little bit tentative at this stage. He's going to have to pick up his work rate. You'll see him throwing in a few quick knees. But, aggression is also something that the judges will be looking at. They'll look at how much aggression the fighter is using when he is throwing his technique. So it's no use just putting it up there. You've got to look like you want to mean it.
Scott forces him over into the neutral corner, but it's Steve working the knees at the moment. Come out of the corner, guys. Come out of the corner. Fight on. There's that jab coming from Scott again, and another one. Just letting Steve know that if he does decide to move in with his hands down, that jab is there to wake him straight up. They go to the rope. Go to the rope. Ooh, that knee found the mark right on the rib cage of Steve Rosten. Stop! Pick it up. End of the third round. Mark the hammer, not too much in it. It's an even contest at the moment.
Another evenly matched undercard fight. This is another one that could possibly well go down to the wire. I feel that Scotty Bannan is just a little bit on top at this stage, although that was a much better round by Steve. He started to use the techniques that his corner was signalling to. There you see Scotty trying to throw the big body shot, following up with a quick knee, and again, and again. They're all good scoring techniques, but as I said, I feel that Scotty Bannan is just slightly ahead at this stage. But Steve Rosten certainly listened to his corner at that time and come out firing.
Push him away. Don't catch him, push his leg, okay? Push his leg, set him up, push his leg. Your third round, only got 2 rounds to go. 2 rounds to go. Don't grapple with him, push him away. Yeah, don't grapple with him, punch and kick, move. You're hitting him with hands, okay? So wait, that's what you're going to win. Hands and feet. Hands and feet and move. Double.
Fourth round, Steve Rosten and Scott Bannan. And both fighters receiving some pretty stern orders from their corners in that break. There's a front kick by Steve.
Scotty Bannan being urged by his trainer, Ian the Powerhouse Jacobs, to kick and punch. Don't get in there and grapple with him. It's easier said than done when you've got someone hanging off your neck. But Scotty Bannan will certainly try and follow those instructions to the letter.
Scott slams another one of those leg kicks onto the outside left thigh, ties him up, trades the knees. Had the opportunity to connect with the left, didn't quite find it, leads in with the jab. Bannan mixing it up quite well at the moment. chasing after the head, trying to pull it down to get the knee up high enough to the chin that'll say goodnight to Scott Bannan. At the moment, it doesn't look like it'll happen for him.
Steve Rosten certainly throwing caution to the wind, moving into that grapple. He doesn't mind the cop one on the way in, as long as he can hook under that head.
Scott Bannan throwing the big bombing right hand, moves in with the jumping knee.
Steve Rosten gets caught there by Scotty Bannan, and that was good timing by Scott to pick that opening.
Scott, left and right, the head rockets back from Steve Rosten. He's caught a few, his guard is open, there's the left hand again. Scott goes downstairs with the leg kick.
You see Scott following the instructions, as I said earlier, from his corner, is standing back, kicking a punch.
Scott Bannan really mixing it up in this, the fourth round. Starting to turn on the adrenaline and heeding the advice of his corner to kickbox Steve Rosten. Goes downstairs, the kick was checked. High left round kick by Steve, caught on the gloves. Scott says, I'm still here, come on if you want me. But if you're going to come in, you're going to taste my left jab. And the right hand for dessert over the top by Scott Bannan. End of the fourth round, it was a good one for the cannon. Scott Bannan, he let fly off a few good fists and went downstairs with the leg kicks, Mark the Hammer.
He certainly did. He followed his instructor's instructions to the letter, and they certainly paid off. That was sound advice given to him by Ian Jacobs. Great overhand right there by Scotty Bannan. Straight back onto him with that jumping knee, working that body. He was fired right up there, seeing the result of some good handiwork, and he was eager to finish off the job. Steve Rosten, on the other hand, I feel a little tentative, and there's another great right hand by Scotty. I feel Steve was a little tentative, standing back and just giving Scotty Bannan the room to unload. That's what he doesn't, and he can't afford to do.
You've got to stop doing that shit. You're going to throw something, throw it. Don't just stand there and let him hit you. That was stupid. You rested then, that's when he was on top of you straight away. You've got to get the left hook, leg kick happening. But left hook first, chop, then get from the knee. This time when you get to the grapples, I've told you, 1, 2, 3. Lift those elbows, bang, bang. You've got to pump him. You've got this, you've got to do that to him. Don't be looking at him. You look at me, you've got to do this. You've got to hit him here. You've got to put, he's folding and he's standing here. You've got a body length between you, banging him with the knees. You've got to do it. 1, left hook. You stood there, you propped your hand and you're going to play the left hook. Don't do it like that. You know, bang, leg. Straight away. You've got to be on top of this guy. Okay? This round's going to be a hard round. He's going to come straight.
Some pretty stern instructions being received there in the corner of Steve Rosten from Mark Pease, telling him if you're going to throw technique, Steve, you've got to put him in with all your heart, with all your guts, and really make them count.
He said he's going to come out hard in this round, early. We'll see how they go.
The fifth and final round of action.
There you go, great leg kick there by Scotty Bannan. He starts a round with some good leg kicks, hand combinations. He's now going to work and just letting it all go.
The cannon Scott Bannan is going to town over in the blue corner with those fists. Steve ties him up.
Steve trying to do what he was instructed to, and whipping those knees, locking and whipping the knees. Scotty Bannan just not giving him the opportunity to do that.
Scott moves in with the left, follows it with the low round kick. Goes in swinging wildly with the left and right. All he's hitting is fresh air. There's a nice front kick, pushing Steve against the ropes. A very effective technique. Trying to come over the top with the right hand. There's the big right hand again. It came close, but no cigar for the cannon Scott Bannan. Ties him up in the neutral corner. Step back, and referee Chris Nicolau is there to break up both men. Mark the Hammer, this is turning into a ripper of a round.
It certainly is very even all the way, but as I said, Scotty Bannan, I'd say, just ahead at this stage. Steve Rosten really got to work and work hard for the last minute or so of this round now.
Scott Bannan just timing and executing that kick to the inside left thigh very well. Moves in with that left. Throwing it out as a yardstick. Just measuring Rosten when he comes in too close.
He's got a great probing jab, and he keeps sticking it out and just measuring his distance, does Scotty Bannan. He's got a good jab and he knows how to use it, and he just follows up with his leg kicks or his right hand straight afterwards.
Bannan chopping down low again with that leg kick. Caught one on the jaw, shook it off, said, "I'm still here, Steve, come and get me." Ooh, moves in with a big right hand. You can bet he felt that one flush on the kisser. Turns Steve around and Chris Nicolau is there to separate them. Scott Bannan bringing on some of the heavy artillery of those hands. Checks the leg kick of Steve's. End of the fifth and final round. What a fantastic super middleweight contest we've just seen between Scott Bannan and Steve Rosten. Mark the Hammer, you can't be upset with how that one came about.
Great effort by Scotty Bannan and Steve Rosten. I feel Scotty just did a little bit too much. Fought his own fight, didn't get ringed into fighting Steve Rosten's fight, and that was a telling point in the end. There you see that great right hand, that's what he likes to unload. And again, and as I said, he fought his own fight, whipped in the knees when he had to, and made it his fight. A right hand, big right hand he has, and it comes straight off the chin, nice and straight. This is textbook stuff, doesn't have any fresh air shots, brings it straight like it's running on the line straight to his opponent's chin.
The fighters to center ring will have the decision.
Well, first of the fight, when seeing you in the fight, right? First of the fight, when watching.
So the first judge scored the fight 50-47. Second judge scored the fight 50-46. And the third judge scored the fight 50-47. A unanimous decision for the red side. Scott Bannan.
And Scott Bannan taking home a well-deserved unanimous decision. It was a fantastic bout against Steve Rosten, and in the end, a thoroughly deserved win.
A very well-deserved win by Scotty Bannan. As I said, it's been a good year for him, and we can expect some big things from him next year.